Hey yo, what's up everybody? Rev Sauce back with another video for you guys. We're going to be reviewing Monday Night Raw from last night for September 30th, 2024. My name is Rev Sauce once again. You guys already know what I'm going to say. Do the things, rate, like, and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, let's get into this Raw review for the Go Home show for Bad Blood. Honestly, tonight, they hit home runs where I wanted them to hit home runs. Honestly, let's just be real here. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, love it. Love how they had the security guards putting a wall between them, CM Punk throwing the mic at Drew McIntyre, telling him he's going to make him bleed. He's going to go to hell with him. They're going to bleed together. So I'm assuming, I think we'll see some blood. I'm hoping. I hope we do see some weapon spots. I hope we do see, not like AEW, like unprotected chair shots or anything like that, because I know WWE will never do those things, but like I want to see a chair spot. I want to see, maybe them going through a table, maybe some blood. I want to see a little blood. I don't need them to do full blood. I just want them to do enough to where we go, oh, okay, wow, okay. I don't know if Peacock's going to allow that. Who knows? But I'm really excited about this feud. This needs to end in the Hell in the Cell. This should be match of the night. This should be the main event match. I think Roman will go on before that, and then they get into this, and let these guys have as much time as they want. They're moving another hour into Bad Blood, so give these guys as much time as they want. Let them tell a story. Let them beat the shit out of each other. I'm okay with that. Punk basically said the same promo as he did last week. We're going to go to hell together, brother, and that's the way we're going to do it. I'm going to end you. I'm going to put you in a box, and I'm going to end you. Drew McIntyre basically said the same thing. I'm gonna be the new husband of AJ Lee. This man, like these two guys are cutting promos, man, the best promos of their lives. And I'm just telling you, at first Punk was like, I don't know about this, Chief, but now he's turned it up a little bit. Now, it's not old school Punk. This is different Punk, but I don't mind the tame down Punk stuff. But this is not bad. At first, I was shitting all over it. I'll be honest with you. I've shit on Punk. I've called him worn out Punk, exhausted Punk. But it looks like he has, when you look at him now, it's like he turns that dial and he's believable. So I'm hoping this match goes the distance. I hope we don't see Punk gassed. Every match I've seen of Punk, maybe it's just conditioning. Maybe it's because he was getting off an injury. Hopefully he looks jacked a little bit more now. He looks a little bit more jacked, more muscular, looking like he's shredding. It looks like he's been working the cardio. So let's see what he can do. I do hope some blood does happen in this match, though. Another thing tonight, Xavier Woods. I really, really enjoyed the match with the mask coming off of Rey Mysterio. I know that was a work. I knew they both probably were talking about that probably backstage somewhere or when they were choreographing the match. Hey, we're going to do a weird spot where you take my mask off and this. So I'm okay with that. Personally, I am seriously okay with that. They didn't show Rey Mysterio's face. They kind of went a little bit, but didn't really. And they kind of tried to throw a towel while he was putting his mask back on, and then he rolled him up for the 1, 2, 3, or it could have been an accident. They played into it all night long. Xavier Woods, he needs to be transcended to either higher mid-card or literally that upper echelon and finally get what main event Jey Uso's getting, get that push that he deserves. Again, like I said, my predictions are probably going to be right when it comes to Jey Uso. I think they're going to swap the titles, the mid-card titles, the US over on Raw, and then they're going to do something with Jey Uso over on SmackDown. I think they're going to, he was kind of alluding to it in his promo tonight, and I saw that, kind of talking about his family, the bloodline, Roman Reigns, kind of talking how he misses his brothers, and it wasn't about his brothers. And then Braun Breaker came out, shook his hand. I thought Braun Breaker maybe would have clotheslined him, but Braun Breaker did the right thing. Braun Breaker, I got to give him credit. He's a tweener, and I like the fact that Jey Uso kind of tipped his cap off in respect and said, you did what you had to do, and I had to do what I had to do, and the dogs are barking. I like that. I thought that was really cool. Kind of coming out of that, kind of coming out of kayfabe a little bit. And I like that a lot when it comes to those two gentlemen. So I hope we do get a match in the future with, Jay and Braun Breaker again, because I know they'll blow off the roof again. But I see the United States title being moved over to Raw. and then the whole bloodline thing coming soon. Again, who knows? R-Truth getting turned on by The Miz. Great stuff. I do see The Miz joining the New Testament eventually. I do see that happening. The Miz really has been floundering. The Miz is great shit, but they have him in these stupid storylines. They need to build him like $1 million personally. Same with R-Truth. R-Truth should be booked a lot better. I'm tired of this comic guy, comedian guy, the stoner guy. Get him away from that. When R-Truth got hurt when he got hurt in NXT and was out a year before he came back and won the World Heavyweight title, the World Tag Team Heavyweight title belts. He had a North American against Wesley and got hurt and was putting on the best promo work of his life. So they need to get him back to that. They do need to have a blood feud between the two, and I'm cool with that. I've always said that to you guys. R-Truth, gimmick guy, not okay. But R-Truth, serious guy, I'm all for it. I know a lot of my audience is all about R-Truth, comedian guy. I get that. I do. The way his character is designed, it kind of panhandles to the casuals. You know, the same casuals that say cinema and listen to these bigger other channels than mine and get manipulated. Yeah, those guys, those ladies that listen to bullshit on the internet. You know what I mean? Listen to the Dave Meltzer 5-star matches. Okay. All right. We had a segment with the Judgment Day. I thought that was good with Liv Morgan, and at the very beginning of the show where Finn Balor said that, you know, he was basically in the arena, basically calling Dominic Mysterio, basically saying, oh, I'm not going to be here because of travel issues, then showed up during their match and did some hokey pokey stuff, and then, you know, Rhea Ripley came out, and then Priest came out. I like what they're doing with the new Judgment Day. I like the new look of the Judgment Day to an extent. I like they're using Finn Balor's artwork that he created and designed, so I like that. And I just like the fact that they're making Finn Balor look like Prince Devitt evil, like Bullet Club evil, and I'm cool with that. I always said this about Finn Balor. They gotta push him now. He signed a major contract. I say in the next year, if this guy is not World Heavyweight Champion of some sort, or Undisputed, or Intercontinental, what was the point of re-signing with WWE? And I feel the same way with Sheamus. They need to make that World Heavyweight title Monday Night Raw, because it looks like the A title right now. Make that your major player division, where you have the Finn Balor, then the Sheamuses, and then the Braun Breakers, and you constantly have these guys go out and put out bangers. Pete Dunne, you can put Pete Dunne in that division too. And you can build that up. Maybe you throw the Miz in as maybe mid-cart, higher end. Maybe Rey Mysterio there, Dragon Lee. Maybe you put that there. Maybe if you do decide to bring a Penta, maybe Penta does sign with WWE anyway for the meantime. You could probably put him in that, you know, go for the gold type deal. If they bring Penta in. Now, I want to say this real quick about the Lucha Brothers. It's a shame, right? And I got a video coming up about the Lucha Brothers, and I'm going to talk about it here on this channel. I got a lot of videos coming up today before my NXT stuff today. I'm just going to tell you guys, if Penta does show up, put him on Raw, have him go against Gunther, and have him in that world. Like Jey Uso, maybe they do something there. But I know Penta doesn't want to doesn't want to go to WWE without his brother. But he's probably going to have to if he doesn't want to be in AEW. So that's just my personal opinion. I'll have a full depth video about it. I got a lot to say in that video about the Lucha Brothers. Again, Braun Breaker comes out. Congratulations. I talked about Xavier Woods for a second. Again, Zoe Starks. I don't give a shit about the pure collection, whatever, fusion. I can care less. I can give a fuck about it. Zoe Stark getting somewhat of a push, great. Lia Valkyrie should not be losing. Valkyria should not be losing. Period. You have her floundering between NXT with Paxley. Where was Paxley in all this? Paxley should be on the main roster at this point, transitioning into the main roster, Phil. They should be a tag team together going after those tag team belts. If you're going to build up the women's tag team belts, right, before you introduce two main card titles, like mid titles, like supposedly I've seen the Intercontinental belts and I've seen the US belt, you know, the leaks on X and everything. Do it right. If you're going to build this division, then build it right. Stack up a lineup of people and don't have the title being floundered all the time. Then you have Damage Control after the fact, after this match, cutting a promo saying they're wanting the women's championship. Great. But here's the deal. Stop floundering the title. Stop floundering these titles to be mid and have them back and forth. Have the titles be on somebody for 6 months. Then if you want, or 4 months, then take it off of them. But I don't want to see this constant hokey pokey, flip the title back and forth, hokey pokey, had a great fall. I don't want to see that shit, personally. And it's the same with Zoe Starks. I want Zoe Starks to be pushed. If they're going to introduce these mid-card titles as they say they're going to do, Triple H gave the final from what the reports are saying, then look, Zoe Starks should be either the first one to win that, or you bring in you could bring in Stephanie Vaquer if she doesn't win a title over in NXT. You know, bring in the people that you sign the major three. This gives a reason to have a mid-card title somewhere, maybe a U.S. Intercontinental. Now, I do like the fact, and I wish the women's belts would go to black straps or blue straps. I do not like the white straps. When you see a white strap on the title, it looks ugly to me. Like, no offense. It looks god-awful. It gets dirty. It looks awful. It doesn't look prestigious to me. I believe the one on Raw is got a black strap, I believe, right? I think Liv Morgan it's black, I think. Is it a black strap? I'll go look into that as I'm recording. But Zoe Stark winning this match, didn't care. Again, we talked about CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I liked the segment. I didn't mind it. I thought it was brilliant. CM Punk is coming on his own. I mean, as I said before, I didn't like CM Punk at first, but he's coming in on his own. He's cutting promo. You're not going to get CM Punk 2009, but you are going to get somewhat it and somewhat him being on his best behavior. So there's that. The Miz and Truth. I mean, look, that was bound to happen. I see him working with Karrion Kross, Miz, and turning heel again. I mean, Miz is better as a heel than he is, being what he is as a face with R-Truth. Just personal opinion. 6-man tag team match. Dominic Mysterio, Carlito, and tag team champion JD McDonough. Again, they need to get those belts off of Judgment Day because, honestly, they're just sitting there as paperweights. And women's champion Liv Morgan defeat Dragon Lee, Junkin Wild, and Cruz del Toro. Again, the Judgment Day are going to be pushed to the moon and back because they are the number one faction right now on Monday Night Raw at this moment next to the Terror Twins. You got to push the Judgment Day at this point. You put Finn Balor, you re-signed him, you got to. LWO's trending down. They're becoming glorified jobbers. Rey Mysterio looks like a joke at this point. I don't understand why they brought the LWO back and have done nothing with it. It's like Selena Vega's been terrible. Just disband at this point. Selena Vega should be with Andrade at this point. I think Andrade's trending up right now, and I don't know, man. I'm just not buying the Judgment Day. And then the Judgment Day had a segment following the behavior, and then it was back and forth between Priest and Rhea Ripley, and again Rhea Ripley getting stomped on, and Priest getting stomped on, and that was that segment. Chad Gable defeating Kofi Kingston. Again, it preludes into the Judgment Day, the New Day losing. They're gonna break up. I'm happy about it. It needed to happen 2 years ago. Xavier Woods should be heel. That's the only one out of the faction that has not won a major championship. And unfortunately, Xavier Woods was held back by Vince McMahon regime. It was prevalent years ago. They were high up on Big E, then they were high up on Kofi, and then Xavier didn't go anywhere. He was just literally their sidekick, like Batman to a Robin situation. And I always thought Xavier Woods has the skills to be world heavyweight champion, but they didn't really give a fuck, and they still don't give a fuck. I think if they turn Xavier Woods heel, the first thing he should go after is Jey Uso and go after that title, which they're doing. Yes, they're, after Xavier Woods won his match, he's going to have a title match with Jey Uso. Probably not going to win that match, but him being heel is perfect for me. I'm cool with that. Xavier Woods has been floundering for a while, and Kofi Kingston deserves to be in purgatory. For a while there, Kofi Kingston was pushed to the moon and back until he lost to Brock Lesnar. Like, you can't tell me different. So we had a Wyatt 6 VHS segment. That was good. And then we get to I already covered the whole Gunther, Sami Zayn again. They're doing the same thing they did with the Intercontinental belt. Sami Zayn is literally going to lose this match. I think they're going to feud between each other for the next couple of months. But now with Ilya Dragunov being out, for 6 to 9 months. And that came down earlier in the show, that Dragunov is going to be hurt for a while. Then they showed off a couple of people, Seth Rollins being at a Ravens game, McIntyre and Morgan at a Colts game. Shame. Like, can I be honest with you guys, at a Notre Dame game, where is Tony Khan? Where's Tony Khan? He works for the NFL, right? His team's part of the NFL. Why are we not seeing during Dynamite or these places his wrestlers with championship belts? Like, why are we not seeing pictures? Why are we not seeing the things? Oh, this guy's at the NFL game. Or Storm Strickland is throwing a pitch over here. Or here's the video of maybe they do some fake kayfabe shit. Why are we not doing that? Why are we not introducing in other sports league? Oh, what's his name? Wardlow's at a hockey game or, something of the range. WWE does it. Why not these guys? Why didn't they go work like, PFL, Wardlow sitting at the ringside, PFL, or here is at a Warriors game, fucking Mercedes Moné, or at a Lakers game, here is our Clippers game, here is opening up the Intuit Dome, fucking Darby Allin. Again, these are things that they could be doing. You know what I mean? AEW, I just feel sometimes AEW just doesn't do it, and they, miss opportunities. WWE does it, but they don't. You know what I mean? Then we get a Wyatt Sick VHS promo once again. We see the intentions, anger festering into rage. Again, I'm going to say this. I feel like Bo Dallas is doing the best work of his career. I think he's way better than his brother, but that's just me. I think the Wyatt Six is great. I think they're going to be doing amazing things, and I could see them putting a world heavyweight title on Bo Dallas eventually. He's too good not to. I could see him also taking out Gunther, honestly. So the Authors of Pain with Karrion Kross, Paul Ellering defeat R-Truth and The Miz, and this is where The Miz turns on R-Truth. I could care less about this match. And then we get into the last monster standing match. This match had it all. I liked it. For 19 minutes, they gave them pretty much extra time after Raw went off the air, and everything, which was great. Sorry, I keep hitting my mic with my chair. My bad, guys. Sorry if you're hearing that, me moving around my ass in my chair in this recording. My bad. But it was a great match. They had it all. Reed got up to a 6 count. Then they flying 5 chairs. The ring went bonkers and kind of gave me the old Ruthless Aggression vibes. I like that. Like the ring exploded. It was all kayfabe and all that. But a choke slam. Strowman went for the top and Reed choked the chair into his head and then or punched the chair or chunked the chair into his head. Reed hit a superplex and the ring exploded. Supposed to collapse, but it actually didn't. The crowd said, holy shit, anyway. And then Seth Rollins came in to help out, and basically it ended with Braun Strowman winning. Ended the show. Good show. I like the fact how they're not putting everything on pay-per-view, and they're giving you pay-per-view matches for Raws and SmackDowns. They have to. The views are down because the NFL's around, and that's why, and college football and things like that are back. And most people like their sports, like football stuff. But to be honest with you, I have no complaints. I mean, honestly, the respect from Braun Breaker. It was sad to hear about Ilya Dragunov and Pete Rose today and all that stuff. But honestly, this was a good show. I'd say it's a B- all day long. It was a good show, good go home show. Wasn't terrible. I would say literally, I would say 8, an 8.0 out of 10. I would say 3.5 out of 5. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't trash. Everything on this show was good. I had no really complaints. I did not like the Unholy Union. That was one thing I did skip over and glance. Them talking about how they're going to get their women's championship back, their tag team belts. No one cares. The tag team belts are glorified a Jobverse title, if you want to go there. And again, I can't wait for mid-card titles, U.S. women's title and a Intercontinental. And by the way, the Intercontinental title, the new design of the one that they have now with the blue on the sides. Man, Triple H has got his eye on the pulse, man. That I like that. It made the title look a little bit better than the generic look it had. Hopefully, maybe they put a blue strap on that. Maybe they pay homage, or maybe they'll build a new title out of that. Because they should redesign that title, honestly. Maybe go back to the original title that they had. Or, I wish they would do, like, retro titles. Like a Wind Eagle retro title. I think that would be sick for WWE. Just retro titles in general. They don't have to be original titles, but Triple H has been talking about maybe redoing the titles and doing some retro stuff with them. I can't wait to see what they do in the future of those, and I can't wait for the mid-card titles for the women's. Again, Bronson Reed did have a segment where she asked, or Jackie Redmond did, he didn't really care about, so Rollins is not his issue. He buried him, and then, at the end of the show, Rollins came out and did his thing. So Rollins is back, so that's good. He healed, he's back, he's better than ever. Great. Anyway, hopefully this new mic, the AM8 FinFine microphone XLR mode, sounds amazing to you guys. I will have a semi-unboxing, first impressions of that on my channel coming soon. Got lots of videos to get to today. Thank you guys for stopping in and watching this. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know. Give me some feedback. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.